Good time for all. I am Dr. Shaheen Mahmood from Bangladesh. Thanks to Dr. Shazi Kudiat for introducing me so nicely, and thanks to my Honorable Dr. Misha Narland and Dr. Professor Neeraj Pastira. I am here and suggested to talk about an important topic: what needs to be done to make homeopathy #1 medicine in the world. The topic is extremely weighty and significant compared to the time allotted for discussion. But I believe that with this little view of all of us, will make a significant highlight on this matter. So I'm going straight to the point. We can say that homeopathy is in the second position in the world in two ways. One, in terms of its popularity and wideness. The other is terms of its status in the medical world. If we want to see homeopathy in the #1 position in the world, we have to take it to a more advanced position in both directions. First of all, if we consider the aspect of its popularity and spreading, then we have to understand that homeopathy has not only survived by overcoming many obstacles in the past, it is gradually increasing in its own right. Many countries today have incorporated homeopathy into their national health systems. The basic qualities and procedures that we need to increase the popularity are: we have to provide the appropriate treatment to the patient, following the principles of homeopathy. As we know, homeopathy is an ultimate systematic treatment based on natural law. The proper adherence to the principle can ensure the healing of the patient and the proper cure. And in this long journey of homeopathic medicine, the secret of its success, popularity, and expansion is it cures people. We need to make sure our physician maintain this trend of success and healing. We must not forget that the basis of homeopathic methodology is inductive reasoning. In other words, decision making from concrete facts. Homeopathy emphasizes substantive result, and in medicine that is most desirable. Homeopathy is unrivaled in achieving this real curative result. Therefore, only assuring the proper healing of human beings can make our value and importance clear to all, and that is the shortest path. In this case, we need to consider one more thing. As we have seen, homeopathy ranks second in the world in terms of popularity. This is the announcement of World Health Organization. But if popularity is to be considered, I would say we are a little ahead of this announcement or our idea. At present, for many reasons, many patients are forced to take conventional medicine. Even if the condition are right, they would probably prefer homeopathy, because in many countries, including ours, there is no homeopathic hospital, there is no significant patronage. Many countries also lack adequate education and training system. There is also a lack of coordination in terms of integrated facilities, pharmaceutical systems, quality drug management, proper clinical practice, etc. Despite all these shortcomings, where homeopathy as a whole has reached this stage and its popularity has gradually increasing, it is conceivable how far it would have progressed if we had all the facilities. And about other aspect, we need to improve our position in the case of importance and status of homeopathy to the medical world and the medical authorities. Our biggest obstacle is present in this direction. And first and foremost, the homeopathic community's concerted effort, sincere cravings are needed. We have a lot of work to do to be successful in this regard. In this case, it can be said evidence-based treatment from a homeopathic perspective should be increased and confirmed. All the levels of our community needs to be accustomed to these evidence-based treatment procedures and change in effective treatment. The effectiveness of homeopathy should also be highlighted through a lot of research work. Needless to say, a significant number of people do not know homeopathy, misunderstand it, and many negative myths about homeopathy are still prevalent in society. Through the effort of all physicians and with the endless publicity by our physician, organization, associations, authorities, the true nature of homeopathy must be brought before our people. At present, homeopathy is being deported from many countries, and efforts are being made to stifle it. Against it, we should focus on homeopathic establishment and hospital establishment, the establishment of new hospital, the use of homeopathy before and after surgery, improved management of existing hospitals, preservation of records and statistics is now demand of time, and its comparatively greater, higher capacity compared to the other medical system should be brought to the notice of the mass people. and the government of different countries. We also need to move forward by expanding this practice to identify more diverse problems and find solution to them, as organizations like IFPS have come up with this for integrated thinking. In my book published a few days ago, I explicitly said I personally have an objection to calling homeopathy an alternative treatment. But nothing depends on our demands or objection unless we can assure ourselves of that position on all fronts. Therefore, for overall improvement, progress, and establishment of homeopathy, our homeopaths also have some things to do first. First of all, homeopathic practitioners around the world need to be aware of their own right position and role. Going to the first position in the world will undoubtedly require the sincere efforts, joint efforts, and concordance of all. There is a serious tendency to create divisions among us due to different types of doctrines and thoughts. We have to remember divisive negativity will not only hinder our identification as an ideal system, it can also endanger our very existence. The norm determines a system or a standard. It is important to determine a unified education curriculum all over the world. Needless to say, if we want to see homeopathy in the first place in the world, we have to take it as an adjunct to our thoughts and meditation of all homeopaths in all parts of the world, and have to remain aware of it constantly. We have to work according to well-planned work approach. Therefore, as many homeopathic association, organization as there are should be controlled by forming a central body and work towards the implementation of that plan. Have to concentrate on publishing and disseminating the details of the cured case along with the evidence. At the same time, homeopathy needs to be informed as much as possible about its own scientific basis, its own methodology principle, so that everyone can understand its true form or nature. Of course, not to be forgotten, a chain is as strong as its weakest link. The strength and success of everything depends on the weakest factor. Therefore, wherever there is no proper education and training system, our poverty will be evident. That is why it's an urgency to set a standard for education, practice, and working or action procedure all over the world. For a system to be the highest position in the world, implementation of its norm is urgent, and there is a considerable lack of it in the homeopathic community. Moreover, there is another big problem, which is any kind of lack of control. Take social media, for example. No doubt that through these people know us, we are being propagated and spread. Then again, there is no way to deny many wrong teaching, misconception are spreading through it. Many myths are being created among people. But since we do not have a central controlling body of our own, our propaganda is being uncoordinated in many places, including social media. A system of such a higher level cannot continue like this. So, in a nutshell, if we want to achieve this goal with our collective awareness, adopting an orderly plan under the control of a central body, unified and appropriate education and training around the world, adequate research work, controlled publicity and promotion in people are unavoidably necessary. Health authorities and government need to be made aware. We have to prove our worth in front of them. Homeopathy deserves the first position in all aspects and deserves to be considered as mainstream rightfully, provided we are ready for it. Considering all this, I believe that only well thought out steps and plans can take homeopathy to its own place. That's my view. Thanks IFPS and thanks to all.